Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Strive broadcast as Blair Academy takes on Pope John basketball. Blair Academy 10-2 against Pope John, who's 8-3, coached by Coach Jason Hansen. And here we go.
To be great competitors. You have to do things right. Above and beyond. We're big. And we're old. This is the year. We're not running from those expectations.
And welcome everybody again to our Strive broadcast of Blair Academy versus Pope St. John. Our player spotlight for today is Mariel Shayak. This 6'8" Canadian senior is a recent commit to Marquette. Very skilled small forward. Is a very similar game to that of former Blair alum Luau Dang. Some other notable players that we're going to be looking at are Brett Jolly. Brett Jolly, 6'11" post guard from Dallas, is a stretch four with a good enough skill set to play down low and also defend in the paint. He'll be playing his collegiate basketball at St. Louis.
And you know, seeing last game Jolly play, I don't think I've ever seen a man take a charge like he could. He put himself out there and he let himself get hit on a number of times just to get that penalty. So look for Jolly to be a big presence down low on defense.
Yeah, sorry folks, I forgot to introduce my compadre for the evening, Derek.
How you doing?
So yeah, also one thing to note before we start this game: Elijah Burns is out with a concussion. So that's a big loss for this Blair team. We had him in the last game against Petty on Strive, and he was very active downloading the boards and also scoring in the paint. So no Elijah Burns for tonight. On the other end of the coin, we got a 8-3 Pope John team that has a very talented center in Mustafa Jiang. This 6'9" center is currently a junior, and he's ranked as a 26th player in the country according to Rivals.com. Jiang has numerous offers from schools such as Syracuse, West Virginia, Villanova, Kansas, and Memphis. Also, some other notable players for Pope St. John. Number 31, Matt Zagorski, a 6'3", 165-pound junior, second leading scorer on the team, averaging 10.9 points and 4 assists. Also, sophomore James Scott is another guy to look out for through the course of this game. As we take a look, couple upcoming January schedule events for Blair Academy. We got St. Anthony's, they had a impressive loss to Dan Finn. Pope John today, followed by Hill, Mercersburg, and St. Benedict's. As Pope John announces their starters for the evening.
Now, one thing I wanted to bring up is how fast Shayak and the entire Blair offense is able to move the ball, and not only just up and down the court dribbling, but their passes are crisp and their shots are on target. So I'm very excited to see a fast-paced game. I've heard a lot about this Pope John team also being able to move the ball quickly down the floor, get some good pressure. So I'm really excited for this matchup tonight.
Yeah, it should be a very talented game on both sides of the ball. Blair Academy is a run-and-gun type of style offense. They like to get up and down the floor. So far in Maple League play, they're 3-0, including blowing out both Petty and Hun School. And they want a squeaker with Lawrenceville. As we'll pause for a moment for the national anthem. And welcome back to Strive Video Network. We're going to go over some player bios before we get started and some notable players for Blair Academy. Kevin Seymour being a 6'2" point guard senior for this team. Very productive. Really, Coach Montega trusts him with the ball at the end of the game, so look out for him. Some other notables include shooter Mike Silverthorne. This guy can shoot his way out of the gym. It's a very talented guard for Blair. And finally, high-flying Donovan Wright, this 6'6" guard from Easton, Pennsylvania. Another high flyer to look out for throughout the course of this game. As we're about set to get underway for this contest, Blair Academy versus Pope John. And the tip goes to Pope John. Ball being brought up by Matt Zagorski right now. He gives it to Jang. Jang, 10-footer, turns around, hook shot. Good, as Pope John starts off the game with the 2-0 lead under Jang.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see with that size, just being able to dominate down low. So Blair's going to really have to post up on D.
Certainly going to be an interesting matchup all night. Jolly on Jang, really, that's everything runs through the Pope John offense through the center. As Jolly fumbles it down low. Gets stuck in the paint. Passes it off to Shayak. Shayak, hook shot in the lane, no good. Rebound Jang. So Jang making his presence felt early throughout this contest. Jang with the ball, top of the key.
There we go. There's that defensive pressure that Blair is known for, being able to just cause turnovers and mistakes.
Early offensive foul on Pope John. As Shayak gives it down low to Jolly. Jolly backs on Jang. Shot no good. Jang with the rebound. This Pope John team has had some good victories. They were able to beat the likes of Morris, Knowles, and Vernon. They lost their last game to Our Savior New American, a very talented prep team. As the drive to the lane for Seymour results in a foul.
Yeah, shot no good, but those kind of drives and getting to the lane like that, puts them on the line. So first attempt at some points here for Blair.
Kevin Seymour, a smart, productive senior from the Bronx, New York. Really has the trust of the coaches to do what he needs to do to get things done. And the first free throw is good.
As expected, the performance gym completely silent. You can hear a pin drop.
Great Blair Academy crowd on this Friday night.
Stands are packed as he makes both free throws.
Zagorski bringing up the ball. Matt Zagorski. Shot no good. Rebound Shayak. Here comes a Blair fast break we keep talking about. Up and down the court. No time wasted. Jolly to Shayak. Pass out to Silverthorne. Good for three. As Blair takes a 5-2 lead with 5:36 in the first quarter. Rance with the ball in his hand, gives it to Jang. Jang takes one move, hook shot left hand, and good. I mean, Derek, you're seeing early on what scouts love about this Jang kid. He's long and he can finish.
Yeah, he's incredibly versatile.
Silverthorne to right, loses the handle, Jolly with it. Ball stolen by Zagorski, Blair basketball. Some early turnovers for Pope John. Kevin Seymour with the ball at the top of the key. Aaron passed to Jolly as Pope John will take over possession. 5-4 the score early in this contest between Blair and Pope John. As Jang takes the ball. Post up Jolly. Fadeaway shot. No good. Rebound right. Right down the floor. Sees Shayok in the corner. Pass to Jolly. Jolly up against Jang. No. Second time. Knocked out of bounds. Blair basketball.
Jolly 0 for 2 on the floor right now, but look for that to change as he's usually very good and very persistent down low.
Yeah, he's a very active player. Just got a tough matchup today against Jang, who the aforementioned Jang with the rebound. Shot. No good. Shayok rebound, pushing it up the floor. Here he comes.
They're calling no shot on the floor, but he'll go to the line here.
To much of the crowd's dismay. Shot on the floor. As Blair Academy will take possession. Couple subs for Blair. The Lubritsky brothers checking in. Sean and Brett Lubrensky. Here's Sean Lubrensky for three. No good. Rebound Jang. God, Derek, you just got to be impressed with the size of this kid Jang, being 17 years old and really muscling as well. As the ball is stolen by Blair. Skip past the right. Right, no good on the layup.
Thanks for saving our computer, number 44.
Yep, number 44, Damian Rance. Saving our lives right there.
Literally our lives.
So Blair inballs the ball, right with it. Right gives it to Noel. Lebreski in the corner. Good ball movement from this Blair Academy team. Pump fake, pass. Nice basket by John Noel after the great assist from Shayok. Drive to the lane. And foul on Blair Academy. So Pope John to the line. 2 shots. They trail 7-4 right now over Blair Academy. And the first one's good for Pope John. Pope John hanging in early right now with this Blair Academy team. As the second free throw is no good. Rebound Lubretsky. Good ball movement. Brett Lebreski, good on the shot. Nice move from Brett Lebreski. As the Lebreski brothers coming in early, being active.
Really smooth mid-range jumper. Look for him to hit that all day.
Number 30, Ryan Izzo with the basket for Pope John. As we're just under 3 minutes left in this first quarter. 9-7 Blair. Both teams doing pretty good with fouls. Blair only with 1. Pope John with 2 as Shayok takes the shot. Pretty jumper.
With the mid-range jumper.
Shayok really showing off his range for Coach Buzz Williams. As Pope John for 3. Nance with the rebound. Rance, no good. One more time for Rance. Blocked again. Here comes Lebreski. He passes it to his brother. No good. Put back by Noel is good, though. And that gives Blair a 13-7 lead as Pope John calls their first timeout of the game.
This will be a 30-second timeout. Regroup. Try and stop the onslaught of pressure over these past few minutes that has been the Blair offense.
Yeah, the Lebreski brothers, really, they both came in from the bench, and they've been showing a lot of activity, a lot of good unselfish fundamental basketball.
Those are the Lebreski brothers for you.
Of course, both of them also talented baseball players.
Excited to see them in the spring. Hopefully we'll come back out here for a few baseball broadcasts.
You know, it's worth knowing Elijah Burns not in this ball game. That's a 6'9" body that you're missing. You got to think how much bigger this lead could be with Elijah Burns, the Troy, New York native, out on the floor.
And how much more of a force down low they'll be. I feel like that's what they're missing right now. Their shots, as we've seen from Lubreski and Shayok, their mid-range game has been good, and they've even sunk in a couple threes. I believe there's two threes from Blair on the day right now, but it's their presence down low that's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, Jang, of course, being with the missed hook, being such an active body down low, he really takes Jolly out of the equation. As Aaron pass, but basket good by Wright. Donovan Wright with the basket.
I think that was Noel with the rebound and the putback, but
Excuse me, John Noel.
You're right nonetheless. A very, very that's the second time he's come back in flying from the top of the key for a rebound and putback.
So good activity on the board so far as we get a 3 from Pope John's Damian Rance, no good. Second attempt, also no good. Blair takes it up the floor. Shayok, and he draws the foul on Dang. So you can't say enough about Mariel Shayok, the do-it-all Ottawa, Canada native, who led Blair with 23 points against Lorville in his last outing. And the first one good for Shayok. Shayok is the father of a native of Sudan, and his dad actually played basketball at the University of Dayton before playing overseas.
I did not know that. Second free throw, good from Shayok.
Shayok actually comes from a great basketball pedigree. He has brothers that played college basketball, and he has a sister that played college volleyball too, so guess he has good genes.
Active family.
Just about a little under 1:10 left remaining in this first quarter as Blair leads 17-7 over Pope John. Number 31, Matt Zakorski with the ball. He gives it off to Izzo.
It's going to be no shot on that.
The refs say Izzo steps out on the line, and Blair will take possession with 51 seconds left in this first quarter. So Kevin Seymour will bring the ball up for Blair Academy as the Bucks lead 17-7. Seymour taking his time. Gives it to Silverthorne. Silverthorne gives it to Noel. Good ball movement right now by Blair. Ooh, dangerous pass to Silverthorne. Looks like Blair's going to hold for the last shot of the first quarter.
We got a timeout by Blair.
Guess coach didn't say something is like, so we got a timeout from Blair Academy right now.
That'll be a half.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout for Blair Academy.
And you know, you might as well. You have the ball. It's going to be the end of the quarter. Might as well draw something up for a decent shot.
Blair doing everything that they want right now in this game, 17-7. As we take a look at some of the past results for Blair Academy. Great wins over Petty, Trinity Pauling, Hunt School, 3-0 so far in the Maple League. 13-point loss to St. Anthony's, but you know, when you got legendary Coach Hurley, it's one of the it's one of the worst. It's one of the hardest teams in the country to play.
I think the Ed Hockley of high school basketball referees just came over and had a word with us. He's huge.
That is a big man, the Mr. Clean of college basketball.
High
school basketball.
He does have that stature.
5 seconds left in this first quarter. 3, 2, Seymour, 1.
What a shot by Seymour.
Kevin Seymour ending the half.
Oh, almost goes in for him.
Ending the half with a reverse layup as Blair leads 19-7 over Pope John And what is a very interesting first half so far for Blair Academy. Derek, your thoughts so far in this game?
Blair's shot looks incredible right now. Silverthorne 1 for 1, Seymour 1 for 3, Shyok 1 for 3 from the floor, but he's 4 for 4 on his free throws as he should. Lebreski has got Brett Lebreski is 1 for 1 right now. So a lot of nice mid-range shots, but having their 6'9" guy out, Elijah Burns, is hurting them down low just a little bit. They're doing a good job to get around that. A lot of quick passes, perimeter passes, but I would like to see a little bit more presence down low. Other than that, they look great right now. Really fast, crisp movements, and great D. Can't say enough about their defense.
Yeah, certainly their D's been good. Their transition from defense to offense has been amazing. Their ability to get up and down the floor really in what looks like 3 or 4 steps with Shayak, the Lebrinskis, guys like Seymour pushing the ball up the floor.
Sure.
It's been really helpful for this Blair Academy team. You certainly do miss the presence of an Elijah Burns. I mean, Jang is having his will down low, so he's been able to keep Jolly out of the game so far. But we'll see what happens. I mean, Blair Academy is shooting the ball well. We'll see if that keeps up. As we're about ready to start the second half of this contest. Second quarter, as Blair leads 19-7 over Pope John. Seymour, top of the key. Gives it down low to Shayak. Ball stolen by Pope John.
Pope John couldn't. He danced on that line, tried to jump.
Couldn't stay
put the ball back in.
bounds.
Exactly. So unfortunately, fortunately for Blair, it's a turnover. And
Jolly down low. Takes a move on Jang. Fade away. No good.
But those are the kind of shots he's going to be forced to take. And it's a really, really tough shot shooting over those long arms. So, you know, Jolly's got his work cut out for him. As you can see, he's 0 for 3 from the floor right now with a steal by Blair.
Yep. Izzo loses the ball, gives it to Blair. Lebreski kicks it out. Silverthorne for 3. And another 3 from Mike Silverthorne, making it 22-7 Blair Academy. You get a lost ball by Ryan Izzo on the other side. That leads to the fast break and the transition 3.
That'll be a push. Sure. Jolly has got his work cut out for him. I feel for this guy right now. That's tough guarding that man. Yeah,
he really is a man. I mean, Mustafa Jang comes in at 6'9", 230, but that's a very modest 230.
As
Jang
it was
with the
drawn
basket
up. There's nothing you could do about that.
Just the size of Jang keeping Pope John in this game right now. Seymour with the ball. He gives it to Silverthorne. Silverthorne for 3. No good. Rebound Izzo. Izzo gives it to Sikorsky, who brings the ball up the floor. Sikorsky with it. Setting up Jang. 15 feet out. Jang, fadeaway, shot.
Unbelievable.
Bank is open as Jang with 2 straight baskets for Pope John. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Seymour blocked by Sikorsky. Of course, he brings it up the floor. Passes it off for the corner 3. No good. Jang, yep, one more time. As Blair calls a timeout after 3 straight baskets from Jang to start the second quarter.
And we've seen it all from Jang right now. He's, after that bank shot, I heard him call it too from down here, so it's definitely good. But he's able to drive down low, and he's able to, you know, to push off and hit that nice fadeaway bank. I mean, that's a really pretty and impressive and very useful shot, because once he goes to the next level, there's going to be guys just as big as him, just as fast as him, just as talented as him, and so having a wide variety of shots and tools is going to be essential for him. So I'm very impressed with him right now.
Yeah, Jang, he's really showing why he's the 26th best player in the country, according to for juniors, according to Rivals.com. Right now, Derek, he's averaging 14 points a game, 13 rebounds, and just under 2 blocks per game at 1.9. So this guy's really no slouch.
He's averaging a double-double every game.
I mean, very few guys can hang with him at his size. Even Jolly, who's at comparable size and weight, has a tough matchup. He's going to be in the ice bath tomorrow, that's for sure.
Watching Blair these past couple of weeks, I've been very impressed with Jolly, and this can only speak to how good Jang is. But they're doing a really nice job trying to contain him and isolating that driving force down low.
As Shayak gets fouled by number 30, Ryan Izzo. Marial Shayak to the line right now.
Shayak 1 for 4 right now, only shooting 25%, but 3 of those misses have come from fouls.
As he makes the free throw. Yeah, Shayak right now the leading scorer on the team with 7 first half points.
5 of them from free throws. And the 6th is good.
Make it 8. 8 points on the day so far for Shayak. As Zakorski brings the ball up. Zakorski, the second leading scorer for Pope St. John, for 3. No good. Rebound, Noel. As Shayak sees an opening. Kicks it to Silverthorne for 3. Mike Silverthorne with his 3rd 3 of the game so far. As Blair leads 27-13. As Jang gets fouled down low.
Trying to double team, but a little too aggressive. He'll go to the line. How about Silverthorne? Is he pinpoint accurate or what?
Great shooting out of Silverthorne so far as the foul is on the floor. Pope John inbounds the ball. Zakorski for 3. No good. Rebound, Nance. As Rance gets fouled. Jang looks a little shaken up.
Well,
so it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the floor right now as the medical staff takes a look at Jang.
This is not what Pope John needs right now. I mean, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he banged a knee. But he's going to go to the bench. And he looks like he's walking okay.
Yeah, he's definitely able to walk on his own power, which is always a good thing. But Pope John's going to take Blair's training staff's going to take a look at as Nance as we pause for 40 seconds to pay the bills. This is the Strive Video Network.
And 0-1. This one is crushed.
Fires and scores.
Driving to the left, spin move, and there it is.
Forget about this one.
Puts up a floater, high off the glass.
All right, welcome back as we're just about ready to start the game. We'll get a word at halftime on what happened with Jang, but it's not a good sign for Pope John as their leading scorer is out of the game right now with an injury. Zakorski, number 31, Matt with the ball right now. Their second leading scorer is really going to have to pick up the scoring load if they're going to have any chance in this game against Blair Academy.
Yeah, you can already see, look how wide open the post is right now. And, you know, it's a bad example because the ball just went out. But a lot of perimeter passing, no down-low penetration. They're missing their key guy.
Yeah, Pope John knows what they want to do. They're an inside-out kind of team. everything running through Jang. As we get a missed shot from number 4, Trayvon Davis. Wright takes the ball up the floor. Wright. And one, Donovan Wright. Nifty play from junior Donovan Wright.
Nope. Jang checking back in.
Okay, looks like it was a minor injury for Jang. It's a good sign for Pope John.
We'll just say the wind got knocked out of him.
Free throw no good for Wright.
Yeah.
Shayak with the travel.
There was too many people trying to grab that ball and never got put on the floor.
Looked like Silverthorne and Shayak went for the rebound at the same time, and it caused the turnover from Shayak as Zabrensky brings the ball up. Rance, no good. Jang with the tip in. 2 points for Pope John. Silverthorne.
Thought about it.
Gives it up to Wright. As Wright gets fouled. So Jang coming back in and immediately making his presence felt. Donovan Wright to the line, shooting 2 more. First one's good. So Blair takes a 30-15 lead over Pope John. And the second one's good as well, giving Blair a 31-15 lead with 3:45 left remaining in the first half. As Pope John brings up the ball. Oh, nice move. Basket no good. Rebound Wright.
Jang's not the only one that can drive low. Unfortunately, that didn't fall.
Wright. Gets it to Seymour. Seymour no good.
Just off the mark from outside the arc.
Rebound Trayvon Davis. As Pope John looks to bring the ball up. Rance gives it up to Zakorski. Zakorski for 3.
Long 3 from Zakorski.
You know, that's what he does. He's made over 22 three-pointers coming into this game. Now 23, which is high on the team. So that's his shot right there on the outside. Pope John's going to need a couple more of those to stay in this game. As Shayak takes the ball. Ball stripped and stolen by Davis recovers. 2:40 left as Blair brings up the basket. As Blair goes up on defense against Pope John. Jang.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right.
Questionable no call there.
Yeah,
Shayak comes up, misses.
Nice putback.
Nice putback by John Noel, who's having an active game.
You know what? That's his 3rd make off of a rebound, 3rd tip in.
So Coach Montega's got to be happy with that. As a wild shot taken by Pope John doesn't go in. Here comes Blair. Right, miss. Tip in, good by Kevin Seymour.
All right, well, Seymour saved the day a little bit there.
Coach Hansen wants to talk it over after quick 2 baskets from Blair, and the lead is back up to 35-18 Blair over Pope John. Just under 2 minutes left before halftime. Mike Silverthorne leaving all Blair scores with 9 points off 3 threes. Shayak contributing with 8 as well for the Buccaneers.
And John Noel's also contributing 6 points. He's 100% from the floor right now, all from tip-ins. So, I mean, it just goes to show how important rebounds are, of which he has 2.
Yeah, Noel definitely picking up the slack for Burns, who's out again with the concussion. So you asked who's going to pick up the rebounding slack. We've gotten it out of Noel and guys like Seymour, these guards that are able to put back easy shots. Noel, 6'5", from Riverdale, Georgia. Junior forward. And we're going to finish up the last 2 minutes of the second half as Sikorsky brings up the ball. Jang posts up Jolly, gives it off, stolen by Wright.
Nice steal by Wright. Really got
Here comes
elevated
Devin
there.
Wright. And it's going to be a one-on-one blocking foul called on Pope John. So Devin Wright back to the line again where he's called home all night. .137 remaining in this second half.
Just a little strong.
First one no good. Jang rebound. He gives it up to Rance, who brings it up the floor. Good defense by Shayak on Rance. Here's Trayvon Davis. Jump ball called.
Possession arrow going for Pope John.
So Donovan Wright able to tie up Trayvon Davis there. 1:20 left. Excuse me, 1:13 left in this second half. First half, excuse me. Inbound plays Davis. And he's able to draw the foul.
He's fouled by Wright there. I don't think, Blair's not in any serious foul trouble right now, so.
So Trayvon Davis to the line. Trayvon Davis misses the first free throw as the crowd does a "Who Let the Dogs Out" chant.
I haven't heard that song in 10 years nearly.
What's the name of that group again? I can't even remember. That's how little impact they had on my pop culture history.
Yeah, I was about to say Cisco, and that's not right.
The Baja Men?
Baja Men. I think it's the Baja Men.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I don't know anything, so.
Little one-hit wonder trivia for you, courtesy of Strive. As Pope John now down 19-35.
Utilizing a full court press here, try and get every last bit of pressure. Blair able to take it down, though.
Shayak going to hold the ball as we get under a minute remaining in this first half. Blair taking all the time they need right now.
And with no shot clock, they should. This is the best thing to do right now. Go out with a lead on top and try and get the last shot off.
So Blair letting the clock tick down as they have a commanding 35-19 lead over Blair Academy right now. Labreski for three.
Unbelievable.
Sean Labreski making it rain.
That's from another zip code.
As that's how the first half is going to end, with the Sean Labreski three. Blair Academy 38, Pope John 19. We're going to take a Strive promotional break. See you in a minute.
Strive gives you the power of a television crew, providing broadcast quality HD streaming video just by the use of a laptop. Strive uses compact cameras that are able to pan, tilt, and zoom during live action. Want to see that play again? You can enjoy replays at any point during the broadcast. Slow motion, it's got that too. It also allows for varying more intimate angles, like this one from the free throw line. Strive allows the use of pre-recorded video. These videos can be used throughout the broadcast to highlight whichever aspects of your institution you wish to emphasize. Strive has the ability to broadcast any event on campus, from convocation to graduation. It can also be used as an advertising tool, whether it be displaying a logo on screen or running a commercial. You can keep the school community up to date on future events and promote extracurricular programs and community service activities. A Strive broadcast is easily accessible, whether it's through your computer, tablet, or smartphone. You can communicate with your alumni and parents, keeping them engaged in the happenings of the school in a creative and interactive way. The power and efficiency of a television broadcast is literally at your fingertips.
Welcome back to this Strive Video Network presentation of Blair Academy versus Pope John. Just wanted to go over some of the live events that we're going to have on the Strive Network coming up for you.
Tomorrow night, actually, is our next one.
Tomorrow night, yours truly, Sam Super.
And myself. We will both be here again to see Blair's incredible wrestling program.
Yeah, Blair's #1 ranked wrestling program taking on powerhouse program St. Edward's. That's the final of the quad duel, of the 4 quad duels matches going on tomorrow at 6:30.
Yeah, we had a chance to speak with the wrestling coach, and we'll play that interview for you tomorrow evening when you tune in. But a lot of history in that program, a lot of pride in that program, and obviously just tons of talent, dedicated wrestlers.
Blair Academy, no stranger to winning national championships.
No way.
Some of their best players have gone on to win collegiate championships, as well as different accolades and awards on all the divisional levels.
So swimming next week, it will be our second swimming broadcast versus the Buccaneers versus High Point, and tune in at 4 o'clock to see the action in Wallace Pool. It was a very fun. Sam, you weren't able to be here for it, but
I was in Cancun. So.
Don't rub it in. We had a really good time with that broadcast, and it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Blair didn't come away with the victory, but they were missing a few of their best swimmers that day. And then on the 29th, basketball at St. Benedict's. Strive will travel to St. Benedict's to bring you the live broadcast, and tune in at 5 o'clock to see the action. So we're going to take a look at a little bit a replay right now. Towards the end of, you didn't see it on the broadcast because it went by so quick, but we had Jolly and Jang in a little bit of a scuffle, and we'll show that to you right now. Look down low, right under the post, and I think it was just a little bit of frustration setting in. Nothing was made of it, but yeah, tied up and.
A little bit of an extracurricular activity there.
An
by
elbow,
Jolly.
an elbow was thrown. I can understand Jang's frustration with their team being down, nearly 20 points, and also the frustration with Jolly of being, having to go against Jang, who's just a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger than him, but they were able to. Referees were able to separate them. Nothing was made of it. So just put it down to some young guys with some hot tempers.
Yeah, things are getting a little chippy down low. I mean, I can understand as a big guy, you're getting beat up for every rebound, every loose ball.
Exactly. So
tough matchup for Jolly. So we're going to take a look at some of the recently committed Blair Academy girls and guys players. The aforementioned Brett Jolly committed to St. Louis University, a team that has made some noise in the tournament in years past. Fellow NBA great Larry Hughes went there. We also got Mariel Shayak, who we mentioned is going to Marquette University to play for the Fighting Buzz Williams. Shayak had offers from numerous schools all over the country and decided, the 6'8" Canadian decided he wanted to take his talents to the next level for Marquette University. Sharpshooting great on the women's side. Kate Ryan committed to Columbia University, where she will certainly get a great education both on and off the court.
Sure.
And then women's great Sadie Edwards, who will go down as one of the best to ever come out of this program. She's taken her talents to the University of Connecticut to play for legendary coach Gino Auriemma. So that's what's going on that.
A lot of talent on this Blair squad on both sides. As we get a visit from Quashay Hendricks. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Tom Monfaletta, who wasn't able to join us today. He got into a little bit of an accident on the way up, but he's okay, and he's trying to get here for the second half. Hopefully he can get here. If not, Tom, we wish you the best, and sorry about your car.
Yeah, Tom, unfortunate to hear about your car, but the show must go on, right, Derek?
That's right. You can replace a car, but you can't replace a friend. So I'm glad he's doing well.
So we're gonna go over, or we're not gonna go over, I guess. Here it is, the January schedule of upcoming basketball games for Blair Academy. We've got the Hill School away at January 25th. That's a Maple League game. Blair will continue to try and go undefeated in Maple League play, as they are 3-0 so far, having victories against Petty, which was shown on the Strive Network, that blowout, 79-47.
Just an impressive display of offense and defense.
Yeah, that was really a two-man show between Mariel Shyok and Elijah Burns in that game.
Yeah, just unbelievable. It was a lot of fun to call. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Big second half from Kevin Seymour in that game. And then they have Mercersburg on the 26th. That's a home game. That's another Maple League contest. And then we got the Strive Network game, St. Benedict's, January 29th, as two of the best teams in New Jersey, St. Benedict's and Blair Academy, will get together for that one. And then the Canaris Basketball Academy tournament on January 31st. So some upcoming Blair Academy events. As Blair right now, 38-19 halftime lead over Pope John.
We get a ball Derek, coming into our booth here.
Yeah, Derek, what are some of your thoughts from the first half?
They really are missing Elijah Burns, and I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, but I haven't had a chance to see him play this year, and I was very, very excited to see him, so I'm really bummed about that from a personal standpoint. Now, from a team standpoint, they're missing that presence down low. Not to say they aren't making up for it, but Jolly's doing well down low. The team's able to anchor around him, and again, their perimeter passes and their speed is making up for that loss. So for Blair, I think they're doing all the right things right now. I think they're crisp passing and very strong shooting, especially from Lubreski at the end of the half there, that incredible three-point. Wright's got 4 points. Wells got 6 points. Silverthorne, what can you say about 3 for 3 outside the arc? All 9 of his points from long range.
Yeah, certainly some good shooting out of Sean Lubreski at the end of half, and great mid-range game we've seen so far out of Mariel Shyok, not being able to get to the rim like he usually does with the presence of Jang down low.
No, he's only shooting 25% from the floor, and I know that stat is just a little bit deceiving in that half of those misses come from fouls committed on him, but nevertheless, 25% from the floor, that's not like him.
So we're going to show you some highlights from that Blair versus Petty game, and when we come back, you'll have the second half of Blair versus Pope John on the Strive Video Network.
We are fired up to bring you Blair boys basketball against the Petty Falcons here on Strive. And a great move by Elijah Burns as Mariel Shyok to the lane, off the glass and in. Nice steal by Silverthorne. Silverthorne off the glass and in. Brett Lubreski weaving his way to the basket, high off the glass, an excellent play. He'll push it ahead to Shyok. Back to Noel, and Noel puts it down. Davis swatted away by Shyok. Shyok all the way to the rack, no good. Put back by Brett Jolly. Seatram, the other end. Another charge taken by Brett Jolly underneath to Shyok. Here he goes.
Ahead to Burns. Burns fouled and puts it in. Brett Lubreski all the way to the rack. That's his second bucket of the game. Seymour all the way to the rack. Kevin Seymour, his third bucket of the game. That's 6 for him.
Welcome back as we bring you the second half of Blair versus Pope St. John here at beautiful Blairstown Academy in Blairstown, New Jersey. Blair with a commanding 38-19 lead over Pope John. As we get underway. Shayok for 3. No good. Rebound, Pope John. Pope John gonna need another big half from Jang if they want to stay in this game. He's really been the do-everything player for them.
And he's pretty much been on the floor for nearly the whole time. I think they're going to get Jolly here. No?
Looks like an on-the-floor foul on Jolly.
Yeah.
As Jolly pushed off the back a little bit, with Jang trying to get position.
I mean, that's the only thing he can really do.
As Jang inbounds the ball and puts it up for 2 more. Really, I've liked it so far, the set plays out of Jason Hansen. They seem to be, he knows where he's going as Jolly gets the and 1. He knows where he's going to Jang as bread and butter, and it's going in so far.
Yeah, and as you see Jolly's first points from the floor here coming just after the start of the third quarter, so he's been kept quiet.
So Brett Jolly held scoreless for the first half. Misses the and 1 as he gets some screams from the ladies in the crowd.
Big Jolly fans.
Nice basket from Pope St. John off the mid-range. Seymour controlling it for Blair Academy at the top of the key. Foul on the floor for Pope St. John. That's 2 quick fouls so far. As Seymour controls it from the top of the key. He gives it to Shayok. Shayok in the lane, loses it, gains his composure and puts in 2 more. So Mario Shayok now in double digits with 10 points to lead all scorers. Jang down low on Jolly. And another foul on Jolly.
Yeah, and a little, some more hand fighting, but man, it really is Jolly has a really, really tough job.
So foul trouble, something to look into, especially with Jolly throughout the course of the second half, as he's taken out of the game right now to be saved for the second half.
Yeah, and he's on the bench. You know, he's visually, you can tell that he's frustrated and unhappy with the way, you know, those last 2 fouls. I think you got to let that play. These are big dudes.
As Jang with another basket.
So
now being guarded by Donovan Wright.
You know, I think that the sheer size of these guys has to allow for a little bit more physical play.
Shayok for 3. No good. Pope John rebound. Yeah, I think you got to treat it sort of like in an NBA, like if you're playing Kobe. It's like Kobe's going to get his points. You might as well try and stop everybody else.
Right.
As Shayok comes in and fouls Jang. So yeah, as I mentioned, Kobe's going to get his because he's Kobe. So we'll just replace Kobe with Jang for the moment.
I think that's fair.
Not saying they have similar skill sets, but he's going to get his points. It's about stopping everybody else. The Sikorsky's, the James Scotts, the Ryan Izzos of the world that are really is what's going to keep Blair Academy from losing this game. as the score is now 42-26 Blair. Jang with another free throw.
We have a Jang fan club, and
Pope John with the full court press
already, and that's what they need.
And you got your press breaker, Mariel Shayak with another basket. Jang, and he draws the foul. So Jang to the line once again. As he misses the first free throw. You know, if you're Pope John, this is really how you want to get back in the game. You want to get fouls, stop the clock, put some points on the board.
Exactly, as Donovan Wright checks in.
It's Pope John trying to chip away at this lead. And Jang misses both free throws, so that's not a good way to do it if you're Pope John. Seymour with it, gives it to Shayak. Silverthorne, no good as he misses his first three of the game.
And that was from, yet again, another zip code.
That was Jimmer range on that one.
That was Jimmer range. That was 3 feet, nah, maybe not 3. That was a foot past NBA.
So Sikorsky to Rance, who gets an errant pass that gets it stolen by Blair. Seymour up the floor in a hurry. Here comes Shayak, corner three.
It is.
Good. Mariel Shayak with the three.
That's his first 3 of the game, puts him at 15 points on the day.
So 4:11 left in the third quarter. 47-27 Blair Academy.
Shayak shooting just under 50% from the floor. And a steal.
Ball stolen by Silverthorne. Outlet to Seymour. Seymour.
A little too strong there.
A little bit of a circus shot there. As here comes Jang. 2 more. Jang 2 more on the pass from Ryan Izzo.
A good no call by the referee there.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let it play. So Blair Academy 47, Pope John 29, 3:36 remaining in the second half of the third quarter. Excuse me. Got my words tied up there a little bit.
What? How much time and what quarter are we in?
Third quarter, 3:32 left, 3:22 left. As Shayak with the dipsy-do. Misses the long-range jumper. Rebound Izzo. Sikorsky brings the ball up the court. Shot from Rance is good. So Pope John showing the mid-range game. They cut the lead to 16. Coach Montagna telling Seymour to take his time, bleed some time off this clock. You got a big lead. Seymour passes up the 3 for Silverthorne, no good. Jang with the rebound. Pope John back the other way, looking to establish their half-court game. Passes the ball down low to Jang on Wright. Tough matchup for Wright.
Oh, off his foot, to the dismay of Jang.
Great hands from Devin Wright there. As the Lebreski brothers check in. Both Sean and Brett. Good first half from Sean Lebreski. He made that deep 3 to end the first half. As Jang complains to the refs.
Off the foot of Jang.
Off the foot of Jang.
I mean, again, even something like this, inbounding the ball is tough over the sheer length of Jang, but they're able to do it and press forward.
Certainly Jang is a man amongst boys.
Yeah, he really towers over half this team.
So it looks like they're going to call a moving screen on John Noel. Pope John will take the ball up.
47-31 with 2:10 remaining.
Blair holding on to a 16-point lead on the Strive Video Network against Pope John of Sparta, New Jersey. Sikorsky drive to the lane. Basket no good. Rance with the rebound. Kicks it to Sikorsky. No good.
Rebound.
Jang battling with Jolly. Hook shot.
See, and that's a very good job by Jolly.
Rebound Noel. Yeah, that's about all you can ask for from Jolly there.
I
Push
mean,
the big man outside. Let him take a 10 to 15-foot hook shot instead of taking a 5 to 10
exactly.
to 8-foot hook shot.
You don't have to block his shots. Just get in his way and make it a little bit more difficult for him. As I said earlier, Jolly did an excellent job at taking a charge, and I know this is a different story here, but he's doing the right thing. He's got to be conservative in his defense because he's in a little bit of foul trouble.
John Noel blows an open layup right there. And then Labreski with the steal, and he's called for the foul. So 1:23 left in this third quarter. Blair holding on to a 16-point lead, 47-31 over Pope John.
Yeah, that's a hold right there on John Noel.
So John Noel gets the call against Ryan Izzo, and Ryan Izzo will go to the line.
To the dismay of the Blair faithful here.
We mentioned John Noel in the great first half he had, the Riverdale, Georgia native, with some key rebounds and putbacks.
You think the student section has a nickname? Are they called anything?
You know, I can't remember at the moment if they are or not, but...
All right, well, by the end of the broadcast, we'll have to think of something. Coin it.
But their presence is certainly being felt.
I mean, they're in strong numbers tonight.
On this very chilly and balmy Friday night in Blairstown, New Jersey. The second free throw, no good for Ryan Izzo.
As the heckles might have gotten to him.
A little bit of the sixth man right there from the Blair Academy faithful.
Yeah, we got to think of a better nickname.
Blair Academy, of course, no stranger to great basketball. You got current Cleveland Cavalier Luol Deng who played for them, as well as other NBA players, Charlie Villanueva, Royale Ivy. As Labreski with the pass to Jolly for the flush.
Jolly.
It's got to be a good feeling for the big man to get an easy one.
That's what he needed that. I needed that.
Under 1 minute left in this third quarter. Nance gives it. Sikorsky looking for Jang. Jang on Jolly. Great play by Jolly. Great defensive stand. Here comes Blair. Zabreski. Good. 2 points for Sean Labreski. As we're just under 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Shot. No good. Rebound Shayak. He's going to push it up the floor for the final 5 seconds. Shayak for three.
Sure.
And he hits it. It might be a 2 on that one. I don't know, Derek. What did that look like to you? 3 or a 2?
Let's see if we can pull up the replay just a second here as we pull it up. I'm going to go ahead and say that was a 3. But
Mario Shayak ending the third quarter with the tray.
Yeah.
And according to the replay, his feet look good, so that's 3 points for Blair Academy.
Did they score to 3 on the board? They did. It's 54.
So 54-32 Blair Academy going into the fourth quarter.
Swish.
As we give our that's John Noel, good player, not who we're talking about though. As Mario Shayak here, our Strive spotlight from earlier in the game, the Ottawa, Canada native, currently has 18 points for Blair Academy to lead all Blair scorers. Interesting fact about Canadian basketball players, Derek. There are 104 NCAA basketball players who hail from Canada. including Andrew Wiggins, who was last year's #1 recruit out of the country from Kansas, and last year's #1 pick, hailed from Canada, Anthony Bennett, the UNLV product.
Well, there you go. The Canucks contributing to...
Oh, Canada, oh, Canada. As we go through the final 8 minutes of this fourth quarter between Blair Academy and Pope John. Blair, of course, with a commanding 54-32 lead.
Oh, wow. They're really not giving Jolly any sort of latitude here.
So Jang to the line. 7:48 into the fourth quarter. This Jang kid, as good as advertised, really the do-everything center for this Pope John team. As he gets the traditional three-point play. Now 54-35 Blair. As Silverthorne inbounds the ball to Lebreski. Pope John Lions going with their full court press.
Able to beat it. But
Lebreski
turnover.
loses it. Here comes Rance the other way. And
There you go.
Silverthorne punches it away. The crowd liked that one.
Quick hands by Silverthorne.
Things getting a little rowdy over here next to the student faithful for Blair Academy. Pope John inbounds the ball. Sikorsky with the ball in his hand. Shot good for Pope St. John. That's a three-point play. And then Blair back down the other way.
As Noel misses from the floor, but goes to the line. Noel shooting 3 for 5 on the floor with 6 points.
So Noel to the line. First free throw good for the Georgia native. Little Southern cooking here.
That's right. You know, I lived in Georgia for 6 years.
Did not know that.
Well, now you do, and everyone watching. So,
Got family in Savannah, very nice area.
oh, it's beautiful down there.
It's really the old South as Sikorsky takes the ball at the top of the key, being blanketed by Lebreski. Sikorsky
defense.
loses his handle, but last touch by the Bucks.
Nice,
Pope John Lions ball.
nice tight D. And it just goes to show with nearly a 20-point lead, they're still not giving up. That's a testament to coaching too.
That's really,
Mantegna's
yeah, that's really good coaching when you got a team that's really. Connor gets the basket. Excuse me, make that Trayvon Davis with the basket for the alley-oop. 6:29 remaining in this fourth quarter. Blair with a commanding 55-38 lead. Oh, it's probably a clear mouth foul.
Oh, yeah.
As Donovan Wright shoots the free throw. More good. .627 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Slam-a-jamma.
Little 60-40.
Guilty of a hole.
Pope John almost in the double bonus. Jang with the missed shot. 22-point lead. Donovan Wright rebound. He leads Blair Academy with 20.
Pushing, always looking to break out.
That is familiar to me in the like. For Pope John. Another high-flying dunk out of Donovan Wright. That gives Wright 10 points on the evening. Silverthorne tips it to Seymour.
Really good job to keep that ball in bounds by Silverthorne.
Yeah, Silverthorne had his hand checked, got the other one off, was able to get it to Seymour. Blair really taking their time now, making sure they get good quality shots, up 67-42. Labreski for three.
Off the mark.
No good. Rebound Rance.
All right, it's going to be a full timeout for Pope John.
Pope John with the full timeout as they are down 67-42 with 3 minutes remaining in the game. So Donovan Wright showing off some of his athleticism.
And to the delight of many.
And in a Willis Reed moment, here is Tom Monafiletto out of the rafters for the last 3 minutes of the ball game.
Let's get him hooked up.
So Blair Academy with a commanding 67-42 point lead over Pope St. John with 3 minutes remaining in the contest.
Tom Monferigno. And with just over 3 minutes to go, Blair with a 67-42 lead.
Sikorsky with the ball, top of the key, as he's handled it most of the evening.
And Tom, welcome back.
Hey, guys. How are you? How's the game going?
It's been
Pretty one-sided at the moment here.
That's what it seems like.
You know, watching Jang play though, it's you just kind of wish he had a little bit more support around him. To take a little bit of the pressure off, to really see what he can do. But even with him being double teamed practically all game, Jolly the
Ryan
things
Izzo with the made free throw.
Jolly has had to do, and the frustration that you can visually see on his face right now, it's a little bit demoralizing for him. But he's actually done a pretty good job.
Yeah, really, one of the most interesting things has been the battle between Jolly and Jang down low, as those two guys have just been in an all-out slugfest all night.
Towards the end of the first half, that last shot by Lubreski, he hit that long three, and they took a couple shots at each other. They got tied up, and an elbow was thrown, and they took a couple shots. They were separated pretty quick, but it just goes to show you.
Gets a little bit heated, Everybody's fired up. We got a full crowd here.
Impassioned young men.
Couldn't parked illegally behind a school bus.
That's worth a ticket.
As we got 2:22 remaining left in the game. Shayak thinking about it. Spin move. Shayak going to the line.
Shayak goes back to the line. He's got 21 points on the day, shooting 50% from the floor.
So, Tom, no Elijah Burns with the concussion, but the slack's really been picked up by the likes of Kevin Seymour's done well, rebounding the basketball. John Noel with a couple nice putbacks.
Yeah, this is a really, really deep team. They have their second and third teams that could be starting teams on most teams in the state.
We had a heat check on Silverthorne earlier in the game. He has about 4 threes in the game.
Oh, I love it. Did you know that Mike Silverthorne is the first player to play for 4 years, a 4-year varsity player since Luol Deng?
Really?
Yeah. And he also is the all-time leader in three-pointers for Blair Academy.
So some knowledge being dropped right away by Tom Monafiletto.
Yeah, for sure.
Bombs.
As we get just under 2 minutes left in this game.
He started the game with 3 straight threes.
It's good to see Daltiris in the game for the Bucks. Standout safety, wide receiver for the football team.
2 points from Rance for Pope John.
Lubreskis have done a great job contributing, as the floater is no good.
Here comes Pope John. Basket good, as the lead is now 69-48.
So, Sam, would you say that the little scare that they had earlier in the week to Lawrenceville kind of woke them up a little bit?
It seems so. I mean, you had a team that was trailing 67-60 in the second half with 3:30 left. They come back to win the basketball game, and it seemed like they came out with, with authority, a little bit of extra emphasis put on by the coach, because really it's just been an impressive outing from Shayak. Seymour's played well. Silverthorne, we've talked about, and Donovan Wright at the end of this game with some high-flying dunks.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man.
We got to see some of those. But I think it goes to show you just how tough this league is, year in and year out. You really can't sleep on anybody at any time during the season. So obviously it's been exciting watching Blair play. Kevin Seymour has had some excellent games against St. Anthony's, and a really tough game that Blair wasn't able to come out on top. I think he had 9 points in that game, but it was just outstanding on both ends of the floor. Really kind of took a leadership role and really stood out against one of the best teams every single year, not only in the state but in the country. Yes. So Kevin Seymour is really, really, really starting to make a name. Not really starting to make a name for himself, but establishing himself as one of the top point guards in the state.
Yeah, and he's done a good job in this game, scoring 8 points. So, again, consistent play out of Seymour. That's out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds.
2 more for Jang, as there's now 20 seconds remaining in this contest. Blair Academy with a commanding 69-52 lead.
You know, I talked so good about that referee, calling him the Ed Hockley of high school basketball referees, and he missed a very clear boundary violation. I mean, his whole foot was entire over. It wasn't even close.
That might be more of a testament to his gym routine than his actual referee skills.
Well, he's called a clean game so far, so.
As is just about going to wrap it up here.
Last shot.
Noel just missing a block there.
So this game is going to end with Blair with a commanding victory over Pope John, 69-54.
It's a throwback night here, Sam. Did you notice this? Did you mention this? Got a Reggie Miller Pacers jersey.
A lot of old jerseys.
I saw an Anaheim Mighty Ducks jersey.
Larry Bird, wrong sport but good spirit.
Was there a quack chant earlier?
There was no quacking to speak of.
There was no quack chant earlier, but there were some. Who's the number 9 for the Celtics right there? We got a
Rajon Rondo.
Rajon Rondo. It's not exactly
not quite
a throwback,
but that's probably the only jersey he owns.
It's a nice one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Sam, tomorrow we're coming back here. We have a wrestling meet. We're going to broadcast the St. Edward and Blair Academy wrestling match. You're going to be back here, right?
Yep.
You're going to be back here.
Derek and I will be back.
Derek will be here. Screwy Louie Lazari will be here. It'll be a lot of fun. I mean, we're seeing really just the top-notch programs. I think some of the top-notch prep programs or private programs in the entire country tomorrow. It should be a lot of fun.
What a privilege. It is a privilege. It's been a lot of fun to come and see these games with this caliber talent here in North Jersey. And, New Jersey, known for just pumping out basketball players. We have one of the best basketball states. So it really is awesome to be able to come here and see guys like Shayak, Lubreski brothers, Silverthorne draining threes. Oh, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, certainly you had the best players for Blair really showing up when they needed to. You had Brett Jolly really being the glue guy in this game. He got dealt the rough card. He got matched up against Jang, but really...
I fell for the man.
Tom, this guy, he'll be in the ice bath tomorrow. He was getting banged around down low by Jang, and really tough matchup, but he held himself well. He was able to get a couple nice baskets on the other end, but really the scoring load was picked up by the likes of Shayak and Silverthorne, who really were the gruesome twosome tonight for Blair Academy.
And we'll go over those stats real quick. Shayak had a team-high 23 points, 9 from the free throw line, 2 3-pointers, and 2 buckets from the floor. And then Donovan Wright scored 10 points. Seymour with 8 points. Lubreski, Sean with 5 points. John Noel with 7 points. Jolly had, despite the blanket coverage of Jang, got 4 points in there. And then the other Lubreski brother, Brett, had a couple points as well. So an overall a good job, a nice spreading of the wealth that is the 69-54 win for Blair.
Go ahead,
so
Derek.
Tune in tomorrow night. We have wrestling at, I believe it's 6:30.
6:30, we're back, yeah.
And then we're back again next week for swimming. And
We're back here for a swim meet, and then next Wednesday we will be at St. Benedict's. St. Benedict's Prep in Newark, New Jersey. So Blair will be taking on St. Benedict's. And St. Benedict's actually just dropped one to Petty earlier this week. We were here a couple weeks ago. We saw Blair beat Petty by upwards of 30 points. So, I mean, anything can happen in these games. There's so much talent on the floor. A game can swing one way in a really, really quick, really quickly. And we're just seeing a lot of basketball. We're really fortunate to be able to see this. So it's been great so far. I look forward to more of it.
And the game we saw, you can say that Blair controlled the whole game and pretty much dominated every facet. But it was it's 69-54. It's not like it was some crazy blowout. So we'll be able to see an exciting match next week. It's going to be close. I have a really good feeling that it's going to be a very close game, very exciting game. So I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, we mention all the time about how teams, they play up to their talent level. So it's going to be interesting to see a Blair Academy play with and have people like Donovan Wright play with similar talent level, having somebody that can also dunk it at will like Donovan Wright can, or can also bang down low like Brett Jolly, or have a great smooth and swishing and dishing transition game like Mariel Shayak.
Yeah, really, really complete squad they have here. So,
Tom, unfortunately you weren't able to call the game, but why don't you do the honors here and take us out?
All right. Well, for Sam Super and Derek Raymond, everybody here at Strive, and want to thank people here at Blair that makes everything so easy and they're so accommodating. Laura Curtis, Tammy Finley, Athletic Director Jim Stone, Head Coach Joe Mantegna, and who am I leaving out? I'm leaving somebody out.
Stone.
I said Coach Stone. And everybody here at Blair. I want to say thank you, and we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be back next week as Blair takes down Pope John by a score of 69-54. They improved to 13-2 on the season, or 11-2 on the season. 11-2 on the season as they start to heat up as the Maple games get underway here and the Prep A games get underway, and look to finish the season out strong. So for everybody here at Strive, I'm Tom Monfletto. We'll see you next time.